I'm introducing the topic.
Yes.
I don't even know what it is. Hold on.
Preferences.
Oh shit. Okay. So I got a question for you. We got an eclectic group here at the table. So what are y'all's views on preference in relationships? Be it sexual preference, racial preference, anything like that. Do you think that's a myth? Do you think that's something made up? Do you think that's something that, just came into the zeitgeist? What do y'all think about it?
No, I feel like preference is your preference. As long as it's not disrespectful, then it's cool with me.
So what makes your preference disrespectful to others?
So you can have. So it's a way to have your preference without degrading or talking shit or saying disrespectful things to what you don't.
What your preference is.
Right.
Right. Perk, what you think, brother?
Your preference is your preference. When you start to bash other people or other traits of people, like their color or their height or their weight, that's when it becomes disrespectful to me.
I feel disrespected because you said height and you're the tallest person I know. Age, what do you think, babe? We are. I'm sorry. Sure.
Okay. So preferences, if I'm going to get to it, I think that preferences themselves, we have already touched and y'all said the exact same thing, where you can like what you like without having to bash, or you can also say, and I think that people don't have the language a lot of the times for their preferences, that it becomes combative because you don't like this thing and the person is offended because you don't like it. You don't know how to articulate yourself as I have my speech impediment. To articulate yourself on the topic. So if there is something that you do not like because you haven't experienced, because you haven't had the pleasure of meeting somebody yet with those particular features that you have been attracted to, the appropriate or right way to say any of those things is just like, hey, I haven't met someone of this, and this that I am attracted to.
Okay.
I haven't had the pleasure of dating someone who is such, such, and such. The caliber of women, men, such and such that I am dating right now just happens to be of this particular type.
Right.
And I'm comfortable where I am. Maybe in the future, maybe not in the future, I'll begin to date this particular type of person. Or I'm just not interested. And you don't owe nobody an explanation of why, or you don't have to go into digging into why this person is no good for everybody or this type of person is horrible, whatever. I'm just not interested.
So I'll play devil's advocate to everybody's point so far. So now I have a preference, which is a little bit different from most of the men on the network. Why is everybody laughing? I'm trying.
Because I just got to figure out which preference it is. Because I know what you're gonna talk about, but I'll be wanting you to surprise me.
Okay.
What name a surprise preference that will surprise you? What are you talking about?
You were a fan of Anglo-Saxon women? Is that what you're gonna talk about?
I'm a fan of all women.
But your dating record
Your proclivity
is what it is.
My dating record has multiple hits from multiple different nations.
Okay, we like that.
I'm
privileged.
I'm the Animaniacs doing the continent song.
Okay,
they're
I love
from
it.
everywhere.
They're from everywhere.
From everywhere. Now,
are you like Donald Glover when he said he likes dating the black girls of every race?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Armenians?
They're the black white girls.
The black white women.
Yeah, they're the black women and white women. Yes, Armenians are. I've never had an Armenian, but I'm not dead yet. So my question is, being
that part, Key,
from people who know people with preferences.
Okay.
So now, how do you approach someone once their preference is spoken on? Because I have received more hate than any kind of questions or understanding as far as my preference goes. And my preference is 100% not to that bashing that everyone went around the table and said. So break that down.
Well, I think that, again, it comes to people in their language and also maturity levels, because we have a relationship to where we can all kiki and kaka about that, right? Because that's our relationship. We built that over time. Now, when people start putting their own things into it, and it's just like, oh, you must only like such and such because of such. You don't even know me, okay? You don't know. You don't know the things that I have been through with these particular type of women, men, or such and such in that time, right? So yeah, people are affected by the people that they date. So if you've had a bad experience with a type of person, then yeah, you can speak to, okay, I had a bad experience with this type of person. I know that this is not for everybody in this category, But there was a comparison on a reel that I watched recently about dating, and it was more so about women saying all men, and the guy was upset, right? And his homeboy kind of like shushed him off to the side and was just like, I'm gonna give you the best analogy I can ever give you. Treat every man like a loaded gun. Okay? If you know anything about gun safety, no matter if you know if the gun is loaded or not loaded, you're supposed to treat it as if it is.
Correct.
You're supposed to handle it with care.
Correct.
So women, when we say all men, what the explanation was supposed to be is basically, I can't treat you any different right now because I have to treat you like a loaded gun. Okay? So people who are coming in with those preferences that may feel like an attack on a certain type of person or a category of person, they may be treating it like a loaded gun because they have had a bad experience,
right,
or a series of bad experiences with people. Now, they shouldn't be bringing hate to the table,
right,
but they may not have that language. So it's on you, the other person having that conversation, to be able to mitigate that. If you can't handle yourself in a conversation, then just say that.
To what you just said, there are a lot of people that do not know how to articulate how they feel.
or don't know how to simply say that they don't understand.
That too.
It's easier for people to lash out than be like, I don't get this shit.
Not even that. Not even that.
Or they
far.
take that as a personality trait. Well, I just don't get it, so it's not. No, are you seeking understanding, or do you not want to have the conversation? Because you can say that too. Hey, I don't really want to talk about
that's
this right
weak.
now.
People don't want to look weak.
Why is
that
that
makes
weak?
me think of recently the whole with Zaya with the kissing of the girlfriend. I had to break down several times and explain to people that there's a difference between your gender identity and your sexual orientation.
Yes.
And I broke it down, and they was like, "Well, I don't understand." I'm like, "I don't know. I don't
It's
know
not that
how
they
else
understand.
to."
They don't give a fuck enough to want to understand.
Wait, so what
That's
does
the
Zaya
thing
do?
too.
Huh?
What does Zaya do?
Zaya kissed her
Kissing her
girlfriend,
girlfriend.
boyfriend.
D-Wade's
daughter?
D-Wade's daughter.
So D-Wade's daughter kissed her girlfriend?
Correct.
Yes.
So what?
It was a picture of them kissing.
And then people got mad?
And
It's
so
about how they
it was the
present.
misunderstanding. People were like, "Wait, so he not gay, but he's not a
He's a she.
He's a she."
And that's your opinion. But if somebody tells you who they are, please
Zaya,
believe them.
Boy recognizes a girl.
Right.
Yes.
And she kissed her girlfriend.
Yeah, that is a boy recognizes.
Zaya
Okay, so-
kissed
So
her
the-
girlfriend.
So it's two boys
So,
recognize as girls.
So on paper, it's on paper and very, very crude terms that I would never use.
It's a boy and a girl on paper.
Right. On paper, it's a boy and a girl, but in actuality, it's a boy and a girl.
So it's
I'm saying the same
switched, okay?
thing, but backwards.
It's for anybody who needs a
Don't you do that.
diagram
My
drawn,
God.
because
The butcher coming, nigga.
yeah, here
Hey,
they're
yo.
showing the actual picture that is seen. So somebody's gender identity, how they identify themselves out in the outside world, and what you may physically see, may be two completely different things. We can understand that. We know now in the world today
Two
that
things
you
can
have
be
to.
true.
Two things can be true at the same damn time, right?
Future Gucci
Correct.
made in Italy.
You know, Gucci made in Italy. So at first glance, because you're assuming that person's gender, okay, based off of the narratives that we have all learned growing up, and in this new day, we know that things have changed. So it's on us to adapt. Come on with the times, y'all. Y'all know too many people that are like this, so you need to start wrapping it up because you're about to get left behind, okay? Either you're going to accept it or you're not. But either way, she
It's not
kissed
going
her
anywhere.
girlfriend, okay? Because that's what they identify as. That's what they call each other. So that's what they gonna be, okay? So it's really not about our opinions on the outside of who is what and what is who.
Release the Kraken.
Trans people can have any sexual orientation.
I'm just happy to be here. Happy to
Okay.
be here.
Seriously, you don't get
You just
fined?
wanted to show the picture, right?
What picture?
He
I
wasn't
thought
bringing
you-
the picture. He had
I'm
something to
picturing
say.
my sneakers. Anyways,
Mm.
thank you. However, thank you, sir. However,
Those are nice.
Zaya is a young boy that is identified as a female, and the young woman that he was kissing, well, whatever.
Identifies as a
Whatever.
young man.
Yeah. So I mean, do y'all consider that a lesbian relationship? Can't
No,
be.
it's
Because the girl
why?
is a boy and the boy is a girl, right? So
No.
isn't that a heterosexual relationship?
it is.
It is.
That's what I said.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I said. The white girl recognizes
was-
the boy, right?
That's correct.
And that's a girl.
And she's white. Nobody said anything about that.
Born as a girl.
Oh my god.
And then Zaya is
A,
A
that's a
trans
heterosexual
girl.
a heterosexual relationship, right?
Right.
right. That's all you have to say.
Right.
Yeah.
People weren't saying that. People weren't saying that.
I'm
It
confused.
is a
I'm not confused. I'm confused.
yeah, it is a
I'm not
heteronormative
confused, but I don't get
relationship.
it.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I am confusion.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Regardless of
Right.
Okay. Of them kissing?
would you let your 14
And that's where I am.
Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no
And that's
fucking
where
way.
I am.
No.
Fuck all that.
Yeah.
Gender does not matter.
No, I mean,
My
but
14-year-old child will not be kissing nobody in front of me. Will not be,
But
especially on no photographs with it.
what I'm confused about is, I mean, if you're a young man that identifies as a woman, but you go out and go get a woman,
Then that makes
Why?
you a lesbian.
Right.
Cause no,
But
if
like
you
you
said
said,
no, hold on.
Okay,
Stop.
for example,
Hello.
this came out recently. Caitlyn Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
that's a nigga. That's a nigga with an ugly cosmetic line.
No, wait. What about the gay men who date stud women?
That happened?
That's still
Yes.
that's still a heterosexual relationship.
It still is.
Yeah.
Okay, I just
It's
want to
still,
clarify.
because-
I want to clarify
Because a stud still identifies as being a woman no matter how
that's true.
she dresses. So it's a she,
Uh-huh.
and that gay male is still a male. 'Cause
Okay.
Gay men will tell you they
I'm
still
a nigga,
men.
Yeah.
So it has
Right.
nothing to do with
So it has to be
So
a
it's-
division between your sexual
Your
orientation
orientation
and your gender identity.
Okay.
that's
well,
two different things.
breaking news here tonight.
Because their gender identity, they're still what they are.
Breaking news.
Mhm.
I do identify as a middle-aged white male with a credit score of 850.
Oh wow!
I identify
Excuse
as
me.
You know what? I got some things you can get.
Excuse
in
me,
your
what
name for
IPAs
me,
do you have
okay?
on draft?
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
You want to get a